What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with another predicted lineup video. We travel to Turf Moor on Monday night in a battle. It's always a battle up at Turf Moor, that's for sure. They're not in great form, Burnley, but it's always a potential banana skin, isn't it?
Yeah, and their strength is our weakness with set pieces, isn't it? So we're going to have to combat that. Obviously, from open play, we've been pretty strong this season, but that's where Burnley thrive. It's in the set pieces, in the set plays, long balls forward, battles up front, second balls. It's going to be a scrap. It's going to be a battle. Hopefully, we can not be brought down to their level and show off our technical ability. But there, we know it's going to be a big scrap in the centre of the park. So Burnley is always a big, tough game away at Turf Moor. But as long as we're up for the battle, we should be able to come through it.
Yeah, definitely. And let's start off with a bit of team news. The team news is that we don't know the team news.
Yeah, well, as of now, we don't. Yeah, all we know is at the moment it's similar to last game. I don't think we had any new injury problems as of yesterday, which we played against Lask. But we know Dyer and Tanganga are both doubts for that game. Hopefully Dyer's fit for this game. That's based on the fact that he only had a little niggle and he was nearly fit for the last game. So hopefully he's back. But other than that, we don't really know any real team news.
Yeah, well, let's start off with the predicted lineup. The formation that we are going for is 4-3-3, sticking with the kind of theme of the Premier League, last couple of Premier League games. In goal, a return to Hugo Lloris, obviously the captain. Right back is an interesting one. You would say that Doherty is probably more suited to playing against a team like Burnley, but he played 90 minutes against Lask on Thursday night. What do you expect?
I personally think Doherty's going to play. I actually think he's going to play because I think he's more suited to this game. I think he's better from set pieces. I think he still provides that outlet on the right-hand side. And because we're playing Monday, it's enough rest. So I don't think the fact that he played on Thursday is going to have any impact. The only thing that makes me think Aurier is going to play is he's got the shirt at the moment. And he's in better form. And he kind of deserves to play. But the fact that, but it's just a balance whether Mourinho will look at it like Doherty is more suited to this game or Aurier deserves to play. It's a balance. I just have a feeling personally Doherty's going to play, but
it could go either way.
It could go either way, but Aurier is, as in terms of like who's more likely to start. Aurier, I just have a feeling Doherty's going to play.
I got a similar feeling to you. I mean, I think Doherty's more suited to this game, but I just feel that Aurier does have the shirt at the moment.
He deserves to play. Look, no doubt about it. Aurier deserves to play. He deserves to be starting in this game. It's just whether Mourinho sees it as we need to be combating Burnley's set pieces, and we need all the height advantage we can get. And Doherty is definitely in that category. He's a lot better from set pieces. He doesn't really get beaten in the air too many times. So that's why I get the feeling Doherty's going to play.
But we're going to put Aurier in there for argument's sake.
Because he deserves to play and he's more likely to play Aurier.
Yeah, so we're going to go with Aurier, even though having said what we've said on Doherty. Left back, there's only one option, I believe, for this game. It's Reguilon.
Yeah, Reguilon definitely plays.
Absolute star in the making. Centre-back positions is going to be a tough one to pick because obviously for the last couple of games, we've only had two. Well, the last game, we've only had two options available. Now we've got a few options coming back. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, I think with Chris Wood up front, we're going to need some physicality at the back. I think if Dyer is fit, he slots straight back in, and I think Sanchez comes in as well. I think he's going to give Sanchez the vote of confidence after he struggled against West Ham late in the game. But I think he believes in Sanchez, and I think he doesn't want to kind of... As we saw last season, when he took off Dyer after 20 minutes, he's like, I need to play in the next game to show he has my support. I think it might be something similar with Sanchez this game. So I'm expecting Dyer and Sanchez to play. However, given the opposition, don't be too surprised if he throws Rodon in the deep end.
I would love to see Rodon thrown into the deep end. I really would. But I personally think it's going to be Dyer and Sanchez. So the back four will be Aurier, Dyer, Sanchez and Reguilon. The midfield three, the furthest back's got to be the midfield general, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
I think Højbjerg plays every game, to be honest. I think he plays it because he's the only real proper DM we have in the squad, and without him we kind of lack a bit of aggression and organisation in the centre. So we kind of need to be playing. It's going to be a big effort from him, but one of the big qualities he had at Southampton is he barely ever got injured, and he was pretty consistent in how many games he played. I think he missed one game over like 3 years or something. So he knows that in terms of physicality and fitness, he has that in his locker to be a consistent performer. So he's going to play. I reckon he'll play a lot of minutes this season. So I expect him to come in again.
All right, so Højbjerg, and I love the quotes from Jose Mourinho saying he's the captain without the armband, or he is a leader without the armband.
Exactly what we needed, because we didn't. In terms of last season, who was our centre mids? We had Sissoko
and Winks. Pretty much. That was it.
I know we had Ndombele, Lo Celso as well, but none. If you ask me,
Sissoko and Winks pretty much played the majority of games. Didn't
but you asked me which one of those is a leader, which one of those is going to be a leader on the pitch. None of them screamed to me like someone who's going to be vocal. So we needed someone like Højbjerg to kind of be like, that Roy Keane in there. So that's great. It's good stuff.
All right, so Højbjerg protecting the back four. We're going for the same three that we played against Man United, so Højbjerg, Ndombele and Sissoko. But I do expect Lo Celso to come on for Ndombele with about, half an hour, 20 minutes to go.
I expect him to make an appearance later on. But he's still obviously coming back to full fitness. He didn't start on Thursday, which tells me he's still not fully fit. But for me, even if he was fully fit, I wouldn't start him just yet in this game. I think Ndombele, Sissoko and Højbjerg for this game have a perfect blend of aggression and technical ability.
Lo Celso does have previous against Burnley. Played very well there last year.
He did play very well, but I still expect because Ndombele is undroppable at the moment. You can't drop him. He definitely starts. And then if you're combating Burnley, combating their aggression in the centre, obviously Højbjerg starts, and then Sissoko adds that steal in there as well. I think if Lo Celso and Ndombele started would be physically overrun. I actually don't. I think they could cope, but I can understand if Mourinho doesn't want to just go with that just yet, and maybe later in the season, once they've proven they can play together, he'll do it. But I think right now, especially because Lo Celso might not be fully fit, Sissoko starts.
All right, so the middle three will be Højbjerg, Ndombele and Sissoko. Up front on the left, Heung-min Son for sure.
I want to just talk about Son quickly about quotes from Mourinho talking about his new contract. First of all, he said he thinks he deserves a new contract, and that he also said that the whole club's in love with him. And he was asked by one of the journalists, a great quote. He was asked, "What does Son need to do to enter that world-class bracket?" And you know what he said? Nothing.
It's very true. It's
very
completely true.
And that's what Mourinho said. He said nothing.
That's a brilliant quote. So Son on the left, Harry Kane up top. So the two form players in the Premier League.
Yeah, Kane as well. Obviously didn't unused substitute on Thursday, so obviously he comes in with no doubt about that.
And Son came on and picked up where he left off pretty much.
Yeah.
And on the right hand side, you got Bale, Bergwijn, Lamela, Lucas. There's a lot of options there.
A lot of options. The performance of Bale on Thursday tells me he's not quite ready to start a Premier League game, unfortunately. Although there were glimpses, I don't think he's quite ready yet. Although, if we're chasing a game, he could come on.
Yeah.
Bergwijn played against West Ham, but didn't exactly. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like it was a terrible performance. He didn't kind
6 or 7 out of 10.
Didn't grab it.
No, he didn't grab it.
He didn't tell Mourinho, "You're not dropping me." Wasn't that kind of performance.
He looked dangerous, but his quality wasn't enough.
He looked dangerous, but he didn't force Mourinho's hand. I think he still left it open. And the fact that Lamela obviously started on Thursday, played quite well, but he played centrally.
Yeah.
And then you got Lucas, who has now scored 3 in his last 3 starts. And he had a very good game on Thursday. So I think we're going to go with Lucas.
All right. So we're going to go with Lucas on the right-hand side. Let me just run through that team with you one more time. So that's Hugo Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back, Dyer and Sanchez in the middle. The back pairing, Højbjerg, Ndombele and Sissoko in the middle of the park with Son, Kane and Lucas up top. In my prediction, I said 2-1 to Spurs. I think you said 3-1?
I said 2-0.
2-0. So Sim's going for another clean sheet. I think that we'll probably concede from a set piece. But,
Don't be surprised if he does go with a back 5 today, though.
I won't be surprised.
He could spring a surprise.
I think there's a number of options that they can play in this game.
I've got a funny feeling he'll play Doherty on the right, go with a back three and throw Rodon in the deep end. That's
I
just a
think-
funny feeling. This is the team that's more likely to play, but you never know with Mourinho.
I
He
think
could go with a back five.
Doherty's could play in this game. I think it's very suited to him. Rodon, it's very suited to him, and it's also suited to Vinicius as well.
Yeah.
So there's a number of players that could come in.
Yeah, I think if he could swing a surprise, we could go take Sissoko out, put Rodon in, go with a back five, with probably with Davis in there as well.
I've got a feeling Rodon's going to make his debut at home to Brighton, though.
At home to Brighton,
Yeah.
and then you could have Doherty on the right wing back. They could see that, but this is the lineup we're going for at the moment because at the moment. This is this is what's working best for the team, and this is how the best we're playing. And I think sometimes you just don't change what's not broken.
Don't fix it.
But if he was to change to suit the opposition, he could go with the back five.
All right, so there you have it. That is our predicted lineup. Let me know what your predicted lineup is in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Come on, you Spurs.